finally, we're there.
Thank God. Certainly took long enough.
Oh, quit your whining. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tones Overthinks It, the show where I think too much to make up for the people who don't think at all. And we've made it to Earth at last, people. And now we can get this road trip started properly. We got a lot of great destinations ahead of us and... What?
Are you wearing that because you lost a bet?
No, I'm wearing this because I've been stuck in an RV for 3 months with only one outfit and no laundry facilities. Anyways, our first destination here on Earth, we dropped in on an old friend of ours, Frauditor Troll, who's currently launching a new podcast called the Poster 7 Podcast, and I had the pleasure of being his first guest. So instead of our usual shenanigans, Fez and I are going to go off and get settled, and we're going to leave you with a recording from that podcast. Not to worry though, regular services will resume again next video, and the good news is you won't have to wait too long as I intend to release it very soon. So, like the man says, without further ado, enjoy the video.
Welcome everybody to the first episode of the Poster 7 Podcast with our first guest, Tones Overthinks It. How's it going, buddy?
Doing fantastic. Thank you for having me on.
Awesome. So I want to start, a podcast, something fun to talk to members of the community about recent events. And I thought, what better than Poster 7 Podcast? Because it just describes everything that the frauditors think they understand, but in reality, they couldn't be more wrong about. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, so much has happened in the last couple weeks. I wouldn't even know where to start, but why don't we start with Riverside accountability? What do you think of that whole situation?
Well, I would say, I think as the phrase goes, the longer you fuck around, the more you'll find out. I mean, Riverside accountability has been, I haven't covered him much lately, but most of the videos I've seen of him, he's just a vile individual. I think all the California frauditors are the worst, but to see him get busted this badly, it's like, you know what, that's karma.
That is karma. For those who haven't seen it, we're gonna play the clip of the cops showing up to his house and just totally raiding the place. Here it is.
Yo, what's up, everybody? What the fuck? You guys, we just woke up to a loud explosion. The cops are outside my house. I don't know what's going on. Stay on here. Screen record. I don't know what the fuck. Are they? Oh shit! Whoa! Come here. Huh? Come on. Whoa! Wait. Get out. Leave the phone.
All right. So now that we've seen the clip, now he got arrested on so many felonies. He's facing up to 25 years in prison. And I think, let me know what you think about this, but I think that the cops were so inactive. They were just kind of, every time he would go and pepper spray someone, they would take his name. They'll be like, hey, River, how's it going? What's up? Okay, you pepper sprayed somebody. Okay, that's fantastic. Let me take your name down. ID. Okay, have a great day. It's like it happened so many times that he just got so confident and so used to pepper spraying people that he just went too far. Do you think the cops are partially responsible for what happened there?
Most definitely. I'm a California resident, and so the way I see it, I'm in the perfect position to say it. Like our state has gone a little too soft on crime. I don't want to get too political, but it's from our governor to the DA in LA. It's just, I get it. There's a lot of crime. They have a lot to do, and they have to kind of prioritize what's important. But, a lot of ordinary people do suffer as a result. I mean, there are people who could shoplift, and as long as they steal under a certain amount, the cops aren't even going to come help. So
that is crazy.
And that's
they're giving in.
Yeah, and that's just inviting, business owners to take matters in their own hands. And we're going to see a lot of these people get clipped. And and when you think about it, it's like that's just going to cause more upheaval because they're going to say, oh, where's our justice? Where's our justice? Like, people, you were given free reign to break the law, which you shouldn't have been. But when you have, it's like, yeah, you go out and do it. And well, like I said, you fuck around, you find out.
Yeah. and he's about to find out big. I mean, 25 years in prison. This guy's not going to make it that long. I mean, he's very, very small.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
now, one thing that I want to show is that one of our great subscribers, Kelly W, pointed out. Let me share screen this for a moment. Is that the whole issue, right? What they have a big issue with is that Riverside Accountability doesn't have any bail. That's the whole problem, right? That's their main issue. And they're like, oh, even murderers are granted bail. So why is there a fundraiser for a bail fund?
Yeah. It's like, if he doesn't have a bail, what's that money going to be for?
It's like, are they even trying to hide the scams anymore? They're becoming so obvious with it. They're becoming so obvious. And it's so stupid. It seems like there's one idiot that fell for it and gave $50. But it's unfathomable that someone would see the video and they're like, okay, he has no bail. Even murderers have bail. But here's a fundraiser for bail.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, like, the whole, oh, he wasn't granted bail, that's terrible. It's like, there is merit for that. And I believe even you mentioned it in a previous video regarding this. They're in California, and not to get too much into this, but they are of Hispanic descent, like, which means they probably know people south of the border. What's to stop them from just, as soon as they're bailed out, just hopping across to a non-extradition country and not, and just waiting for police to lose interest in hunting them down for their warrant and coming back?
Absolutely. I mean, they're
happens all
right
the
there.
time.
They're right there. Yeah.
I mean, we see videos all the time of people who have outstanding warrants. Like, they could go for years, and then if they get pulled over for a traffic stop, suddenly we find out, oh yeah, you've had warrants for a couple of years now. It's like, that's what can happen. So they're holding them without bail to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. And let me ask you about something else over here on this picture. There's something that really it doesn't look right. Let me know if you're thinking about the same thing.
Well, I would say him holding the play button.
Yeah, holding the award that YouTube gave him. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I've reported his pepper spraying videos. I've been reporting them for years because it doesn't belong on YouTube. It's acts of violence against innocent business owners. And here he is getting a trophy.
Yeah, it's to be honest, YouTube, I don't know what else could be done. I mean, considering their only method of communication is bots on Twitter. Sorry, I refuse to call it X. They condone so much of this stuff, and it's like their complicity in it. It's mind-boggling, and at the same time very demoralizing, because as you may recall, involving another First Amendment auditor, Joshua Abrams, he had a video that was just absolutely disgusting, and I went all out to try to get attention on this, to get and I felt that I had at least some remote chance that YouTube would at least demonetize the video, maybe not his channel, but just his video. And they didn't do it. I mean, they communicated with me via their bots, and they just said, like, well, we found no violation of terms of service. I'm thinking, are you freaking kidding me? Like, we are literally watching someone make a false allegation of a very serious nature to an elderly person and acting in an abusive manner, which, again, elderly abuse, like everything about that, and was misinformation. And yet, which is multiple things in their terms of service, and they thought, oh, we found nothing wrong.
There is uneven actions of like enforcements of their guidelines. Now, here's the thing. Going back to River, is that no, you're good. You're good. Josh Abrams is definitely going to be a topic at some point. I don't know if it's going to be today, but that guy needs a whole episode on him. But going back to River, is that, look, I get it. If he has on YouTube's side, if they see someone and he's getting in a confrontation and it happens, and okay, someone gets pepper sprayed. All right, okay, maybe that's not a violent channel. Maybe it's a one-off incident. But in the case of Riverside, it's multiple times a week. It's like this guy made his entire channel by pepper spraying people, which is an established
history of behavior.
Yeah, it's but anyways, luckily that situation has a good ending. Now, I do believe he has court. We are recording this on January 3rd, and I do believe he has court today. Now, by the time the viewers see this, you guys, I don't know if there's going to be any updates, but so far he's been denied time after time bail. They have denied him over and over and over again.
Well,
So-
I mean, if I were to make predictions, I'd say there's at least two, and I could be wrong on both counts because I'm not an expert on lawyers or prosecution. But considering that that in the listing of all of him and the other, I believe it was a total of 8 people, including him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in regards to the other 7,
8. The Victor Bill 8.
the amount of charges they placed on him, I would think that, and hey, it may damage his ego to hear this, but I think he's kind of low on the totem pole compared to the others. So I think they piled all this stuff on him because I think the DA will probably, and they're making him sweat it out with no bail because he'll be so determined to get out. They'll just say, well, are you willing to testify against the others? And if you do, we'll reduce the charges and potential sentencing down considerably. I mean, and given how the integrity of this guy, I don't think he would hesitate to sell out everybody else if it meant just getting off with probation or no jail time at all.
Well, see, like I'm not familiar with all the incidents, but I know that for the pepper spraying incident, he's the main aggressor. So I don't know if they would ask him to snitch. But the other thing is that there is one guy out of the 8 that was given bail. So possibly that's the snitch.
I was going to say, there's definitely going to be someone who rolls on somebody. There is no honor amongst thieves, and there's no honor amongst frauditors. They will throw each other under the bus in a heartbeat.
Notice.
Yeah, they definitely would. So with a guy like him, if one of the things I was kind of hoping to see happen, and I would not be surprised if it did, is that he's hung out with other frauditors, SGV and Pedo Libre, and these guys they roam the streets and they cause crap all the time. But who's to say that every single video they upload or every incident has been uploaded? There could be some videos they never uploaded because they were seen doing something where, hey, it's probably best people don't know we did this.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah. So for all we
100%.
know, Riverside County Accountability could have been witness to a few events that that could be open cases, and where they randomly assaulted somebody, and they took a report but said, well, we didn't know their name, we can't describe them because they blinded somebody with pepper spray. He could end up rolling on some of them if it meant getting a deal, reducing his sentence on this thing that he was caught on video doing.
For sure. And you know what? They were blaming SGV for snitching on River by reposting the live stream. So when River did this assault, of course, he deleted the live stream as soon as he had an opportunity, but SGV just reposted it.
Yeah.
And then they were calling him out a snitch, but it's like, dude, you did it on air. Like,
yeah. Well, I love the fact that SGV went on trying to distance himself, saying, we're not all about that. It's like, oh, bullshit. I mean, you guys harass people at church. Yeah, you people harass people at churches every Sunday, and you do the most definitely racist fake accents possible. It's like, it just like there's no walking back this. Like, it's done. Just the attempt at damage control is just laughably pathetic.
Yeah, it's laughable.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that bit from the Poster 7 podcast. That was just one of several topics I had the opportunity to discuss with Frauder Troll. If you want to check out the rest, be sure to head over to his channel. I'll leave a link in the description so you can listen to the full podcast. Frauder Troll and I had a great time recording this, and be sure to leave a comment over there as well. Let him know you enjoyed it, as the turnout will determine if there will be future episodes. He's really hoping to do some more, either with myself returning or featuring some of your other favorite content creators as guests. Personally, I think it's good once in a while to just sit back and just have fun conversations, no video to have to watch or comment on, no one getting your blood boiling, just some good old-fashioned conversation with like-minded people that are intelligent, just to remind you that you are in fact not alone on the internet, surrounded by a sea of stupid people. But then again, maybe I'm just overthinking it. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like what you see here and you want to see even more in the future, please consider subscribing to my channel. Also, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comment section. I always love to read them. Till next time.
Okay, do you have a barf bag ready? All right.
I've got a barf bucket ready.
Can we?
All right, you see it?
Yeah.
All right.
Pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now.
Are you still there?
I hate you so much.